I like that boulder.
That's a nice boulder.
That's a nice boulder.
Dude, do you want to start with, let's do WandaVision.
Let's start with WandaVision.
Are we doing episodes, 4 through 8?
I'm pulling it up right now. I think we are, yeah.
I think
our last one.
Our last episode was...
Our last pod
Yeah.
was WandaVision episode 3, published January 30th, bro. That sucks. 6
weeks.
We had big plans for 2021.
Well, here's the thing.
We still do.
We still do. And we still have a large amount of time left in the year to fulfill those plans.
Correct.
And I think we're gonna be just fine.
Speaking of plans, I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna plug our Instagram right now.
Do it, bro.
Right at the beginning.
Do it while I adjust your audio levels.
Oh, don't need that.
I don't know what the hell that was, but I swear to God, if you do that again,
we got an Instagram, bro.
We do.
We do.
We have an Instagram. Our Facebook is running hot and heavy.
Facebook is on, bro. Instagram got a few posts now. It's still kind of like skeletonized. We're getting everything the way that we want it.
Yes, still kind of playing around a little bit.
We are at @front_row media.
Say it one more time for the people in back.
@front_row media.
I understand that now. Yeah.
Notice Front Row Media, because we're hoping to do a little more than just the podcast, but it's up and running. I know not everybody likes Facebook, and I know that Instagram is Facebook, but if you prefer Instagram to Facebook, check us out.
We're there now too.
Say it, Gus.
Oh, I don't know it. I don't know it
Gus,
by heart.
I just said it twice.
There's so many underscores in there. Okay.
There's one @front_row media.
@front_row media.
Nailed it, bro.
Yeet.
All right.
Right.
Let's get into it.
Hold on. I need to pull this. I need to pull this up because
you don't remember that shit.
It's been a long time since I watched WandaVision episode 4. Also, dude, this is just kind of me stalling while I pull up the rundown of all that.
Okay.
I am currently doing an MCU run through, so I'm in phase.
Oh, fuck yeah!
I'm in phase 2 right now.
Dude. What did you watch most recently?
I'm in the middle of Guardians of the Galaxy right now. Oh, yeah. Still, even I'm only like 45, maybe an hour in. Still one of the best Marvel movies to ever drop. Also, the original Iron Man, dude, is a thing of beauty. It really is. I'm not getting choked up about it. I'm just hiccuping. But, I mean, I think part of it is the fact that it wasn't really a movie where Paramount or Marvel thought they were just kind of winging it. They were hoping that it was going to be good.
And it was.
And it knocked it out of the freaking park.
And it brought Robert Downey Jr. back from the grave he was in.
Really?
His career was in.
His career was in the dumper.
He was done, bro.
Oh, yeah. And now he's like
he is
Iron
Iron
will
Man.
Remain a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
Till the end of time, because he is Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like, they will never be able to recreate or reboot Iron Man because of Robert Downey Jr. Now, granted, I thought that about other things in the past, but here we are with hundreds of reboots every year.
Yeah, but they're too far, bro.
They really are.
They're too deep into the whole thing for reboots.
They're too deep. Oh yeah. It would have to be
because you can't just reboot the original Iron Man. 10 years from now, you can't redo Iron Man. So there is no way for a reboot to happen.
It would have to be like 50 plus years from now, and there would have to be some change in the medium, like in the entire film medium, in order for them to be able, to be able to reboot.
No, I agree with
you,
you,
to be able to reboot Iron Man. But yeah, so I'm on Guardians of the Galaxy right now. Dude, Iron Man, even all 3 Iron Mans, I think are very good. Iron Man 2 is definitely probably the weakest one, but not because like the story is bad or the characters are bad. It's really just the pacing and the time some of the plot points take to kind of kind of like fill out or come to fruition. It's just a poorly paced movie. That's like the only real negative I can think. Like I don't love the pacing, and I don't love how long it takes for some things to happen. But otherwise, Iron Man 2 is still a sick movie.
Yeah. And
the final battle sequence, the final showdown is a lot better than the original Iron Man. With all the mech Iron Man suits.
Dude, that's sick.
Plus Rhodes gets into the War Machine suit.
Well, and he just became like out of nowhere. War Machine like became a staple of the Avengers.
Oh yeah,
and like that movie is what kicked it off.
A huge part of the MCU.
Yeah,
yeah. I also watched. So I got through Captain America, Thor. The first two Thor movies are still some of the weakest points in the series, I think. I mean, I can barely.
I think all three.
I know. Well, you're in the vast minority.
You said it.
Minority there. Minority. Don't even look. Don't even look at your screen. Don't turn away.
I'm looking at my cup.
Don't turn away
at
from
my
me. Front row seats.
Front row seats cup.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Dude,
yes,
I think my front row seats tumbler is currently in my Kia, which is in the shop. It's been a rough year for
that Kia,
It's been a rough year for the Kia. It's been a rough year for
the world, really.
The world still. What was I? Oh, WandaVision. I cannot catch a fucking break with that car, man.
Sell it.
Audio, I will. Once it gets fixed, I will.
Just get rid of it. How much are you going to sell it for? I'll buy it from you.
No, you won't.
Stop. Yes, I will.
Why?
Because I just spent $52 on a tank of gas.
You don't want a Kia?
Yesterday, bro.
Dude, you love that Jeep.
I'm not saying get rid of the Jeep. I'm saying I need something to drive that's cheaper.
So you're going to have two cars?
Depending on how much you're
selling
it for.
All right, well, what's your budget?
We'll talk about it.
All right. We're off to a good start. This is the start I fully expected.
Me too, and it's the one I hoped for.
It's just we're already off the rails.
I mean, here's the thing.
We're like 10 minutes in, and we haven't even touched WandaVision.
We have 5 episodes of WandaVision to talk about. We're gonna have to abbreviate it a little bit.
Oh, we're not gonna.
We can just
There's no way we're gonna break down each.
We can't.
Episode
we
individually.
Can't. I'm just saying, there's a lot to get.
There's a lot to unpack if we were gonna do that, and I don't think that is in our best interest to do.
Let's just start.
Yeah, let's do it.
Before or after I watched episode 4, I took a bunch of notes in my phone because a lot of times I'll write down thoughts as I watch just to remember like what I want to talk about on here.
Right.
I tried that also for 5, and then they just like started piling up, and I read through them the other day, and I had no idea what I was talking about. So I could
lost.
not. Yeah, there's no way I'd be able to give thoughts on every.
Dude, episode 4 is, I think, the integral episode of this show. We interrupt this program.
Yeah.
Like it brings in Monica Rambeau, who was in, who we didn't really know much about until this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Who she was, why she was there. It brings in a little bit of the end of Infinity War when the blip happens.
Yeah.
It brings in that story element into the show. It also is just the first episode that exists pretty much fully outside of the town, Westview. Hey, buddy.
Come here.
Oh, okay. Which I liked.
That one, episode 4, was basically a movie.
Yes, it felt like the most like cinema-like.
We left like the kind of sitcom.
Right. It felt like a legitimate MCU. Like an episode of an MCU show.
Yes, that's episode 4 was what you would expect from Marvel TV.
Right. I enjoyed that one a lot, and it also, we're still at episode 4. We're still kind of in like the setup phase, where they're still just kind of like spoon feeding us a little bit of information at a time, but we're not really we're not really getting the full picture of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if we really don't get the full picture until episode 8, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess episode 7.
So
the end of episode 7 is when we really figure out what's going on.
5 and 6 were important because Vision is finally starting to catch on to what's going on.
Right. Right.
And we had talked about that. We wanted to see where the show would go once, like, Vision started realizing something's not right.
Yeah, that he wasn't, not that he wasn't in control, but that the people around him were experiencing something that was
right,
abnormal.
Well, and something that's kind of strange is that and I don't know when he first does it, which episode, he's able to essentially reset these people back to their normal selves and hear their cries for help.
I think that's episode 5.
But what I'm kind of confused about is that Vision is still free to do whatever he wants within this town. What's the town called again?
Westview.
Yeah, within Westview, Vision is free to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But somehow he's also still under the control of Wanda.
Hold the mic a little closer. You're good.
Sorry, dude.
Don't worry. I know past traumas
no, but
have.
This is also just more comfortable.
All right, well then do that, and I'm gonna adjust you a little.
I was holding it right here when you did the mic check. I was not holding it where you told me.
It was a little closer. Come on.
Are you happy about this now?
You don't have to. No, I just adjusted. You're good.
Okay.
You can hold it how you want.
Okay.
I want us to be even. Even Steven. Even Steven. If you ever see that meme, like when guys spell their name Steven, Stephen, so they replace the ST with another PH. So PHTEPHEN. Steven.
I'm not tracking, dude.
Steven. What's your name? Steven. I'm Steven.
Are you
anyway,
okay?
No, dude. I am so outside of okay. Anyway,
can we just kind of I sort of want to just skip ahead to where we're at right now. With the show. Is there anything like big that you wanted to touch on from 6 or 7?
Well, yeah, I mean, at the end of episode 5, we see Pietro for the first time, but it's not MCU Pietro. It's
X-Men Pietro.
It's the Quicksilver from X-Men.
Yeah.
Which you and I were talking, because, by the time episode 5 dropped, we knew we weren't going to be able to record for a few weeks. So we started kind of, we just started texting about shows and movies that we were watching, because we do that regardless of whether or not we're recording.
Right. You actually came over after one of them because we thought we were going to record.
That's right. It might have been that one.
And all of our shit was broken.
No, it was episode 4. So that happens at the end of episode 5.
Yeah.
And we just start going down the rabbit hole of all the possible things that could happen because of that.
You told me that you were going down the Marvel rabbit hole. I intentionally, with this show, have not watched any breakdowns, have not read any fan theories, have not read anything about the comic books, about any Easter eggs or anything. So I'm still watching this completely just on my own.
Oh, well, I'm not, the rabbit hole is my brain. Like, I'm going down the rabbit hole in my brain wondering how the hell, like, are they going to tie in the X-Men already?
Dude, there has to be an X-Men crossover
like,
coming,
is
right?
Westview part of, like, is, like, Westview, like, a look into the multiverse? Like, is like, did the multiverse open up and now we're in, like, a completely different reality of the Westview that exists on a different Earth? Like, I was, like, just Rolodexing through my head all these different ideas. I don't think any of the ideas I had really happened, but I wasn't disappointed.
They haven't happened yet.
It's true. Nothing. Well, no. I guess we didn't really make any predictions, did we?
Not really. Other than there's gonna be an X-Men crossover.
Right.
There has to be.
I think there will be eventually, but I don't think it's gonna happen this soon. I think we're still a little too early.
I don't know either, but
still,
I think bringing in the X-Men Quicksilver.
Yeah.
And then officially in episode 8 calling Wanda Scarlet Witch, because that title was owned by Sony.
Right.
and not owned by Disney.
Not owned by Disney. Yep.
That essentially confirms a crossover.
Yes.
And or it means that Sony is selling their characters to Disney, which is entirely possible.
It could be true. I wish they would. That means we would get more Spider-Man.
Also,
more
more Spider-Man characters in general.
Right.
Because, dude, some of the Spider-Man villains are the best in Marvel.
Like Dr. Otto Octavius.
Yeah.
Probably still my favorite villain of any Marvel movie ever is Doc Ock and Spider-Man 2.
Think about the ones that we've seen on film already.
Oh, yeah.
That would be absolutely incredible in the MCU.
Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Sandman.
Dude, Sandman deserves something better than what he got.
Well, and here's the thing, though. What he got in Spider-Man 3 was still really good. But it was still the whole time, when you watch it, you just kind of think, like, this is good. It's a very, like, from the top to bottom, it's a very well-constructed character, like, with the musical cues and the type of shots they use on his character. But
and he's a pretty, like, deep character, too.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of depth to him.
Still, the whole time you watch, though, you kind of think, this could be better. But that's kind of... Spider-Man 3 is really Sam Raimi telling Sony to go fuck themselves, because he wanted.
What way?
Well, because the movie Sam Raimi wanted to do was way different than what actually happened. Sam Raimi wanted to do. I think he wanted to do Sandman, and he wanted to do James Franco, Harry Osborn becoming Green Goblin. He didn't think Venom would work in a movie. He said Venom as a concept does not work in a movie. But Sony said,
so far he's nailed that one.
But Sony said, actually, you're doing this and you're doing this, and he said, all right, well, I'm going to prove to you that this doesn't work and make a shit movie.
I think Venom could still work.
I think it could too, but I think that whole movie is Sam Raimi saying, like, here you go, Sony. Here's this trash movie you wanted me to make for you, which I am fully supportive of. I think Sam Raimi's an icon.
I mean, it was still cool seeing Mysterio in Marvel.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think Mysterio might still. There's a good chance Mysterio's still lurking around somewhere. We don't know for sure, and we might not for a while. But I would say there's a good chance he's got some stuff going on in the background. Getting back to WandaVision. So I don't. Oh, okay. Another thing I want to touch on the Halloween Spooktacular. When Vision goes outside of the bubble and starts to disintegrate, makes me wonder, and I'm sure this will be explored in the finale, and I imagine the finale is going to be pretty long, because episode 8 was almost 50 minutes.
We could watch it in 40 minutes if you want to.
Oh,
you got to go to work though. That sucks.
I have a car now. I can leave a little, and I can.
You could be late. Could you be?
Yeah.
Because it's dropping soon.
I know. So, but yeah, so that makes me wonder, is he, because this is happening to him outside of the Westview bubble, is that going to, like, can he only exist, can Wanda only create things within, like, a augmented version of reality? Like, does that make sense? Like, because she ultimately created the Westview bubble, but it was Agnes who was manipulating a lot of things within
Agnes was making a lot of things happen,
right? Because she was
inside Westview.
She was trying to figure out how Wanda was able to do what she did. But
even then, Agnes mentions in part of what she's trying to figure out is how Wanda manipulates thousands of people at a time,
right?
And has basically all these people living separate lives even when no one is looking. Essentially, is what she's getting at, that Wanda created this world that is, it's functioning entirely on its own, and that sort of magic has never been used before.
Right. And I'm curious, like Vision can't survive, right? If he goes outside of that, like that's I don't know if Wanda can create life to the point where she can like do what she did with like because she created not to like we're jumping ahead a little bit. She created Vision, a new version of Vision.
Yes.
In this Westview world, but he was created within the magical bubble, so to speak. So I don't know like what the extent of her creative power goes to.
Well, and that's
right?
a good question because we haven't seen anything else that she created on her own, like that was just born of her. We have not seen anything else leave the bubble. The things that have left the bubble are things that already existed before that were then enveloped by the bubble. So
I think, Vision is the only thing that was not yet in the bubble whenever she, like, he's the one thing that was created. But also, like, I mean, she had her kids. She created her kids, obviously.
I'm kind of disappointed with how they handled the kids. They could have had way cooler powers.
Yeah, but
like
also...
They should have been super kids.
I mean, yeah, but...
They should have been.
I feel like in order to kind of develop that and really get into it, you would have had... The show would have had to be about them.
No.
And I just don't think
because I don't really care how they get superpowers. They get superpowers because their mom
talking,
is Scarlet Witch and their dad is Vision.
I'm just saying
so give them something cool to do.
I'm saying develop their characters in general. Like, yeah, give them something cool to do, but I think that detracts from what they're trying to focus on. That doesn't mean it's still not the greatest plot point or thing that's going on in the MCU. If anything, it's kind of probably one of the weaker spots of this whole show. Is the kids just kind of having nothing to do or say.
I mean, really, they
influence.
didn't play any important role until the end when Agnes takes them hostage.
Yeah, good. Fuck them. You know what? Fuck those kids.
They're not real.
They're not real. Actually, well, they are real though. Wanda created them.
Yes, but they're not real because if they leave the bubble, they will disintegrate.
That's true,
but disappear.
Maybe, but who knows? Maybe Wanda has the power to make that not happen. I don't know. That's what I'm curious to see in episode 9. Also, the last thing would be the reassembled Vision that Sword has.
Silver Surfer looking ass.
Yeah, dude.
Didn't he look like Silver Surfer?
It looked a lot. It was kind of breaching on Silver Surfer.
Fantastic Four crossover confirmed, bro.
Dude, they're making a Fantastic Four movie, and I'm here for it.
Okay,
I'm pumped.
I don't like the whole Agnes thing, any of it.
Really?
The Agnes story
any of it?
The Agnes storyline is absolute garbage.
Well, also, I mean,
no, Gus, look at me. Look at me.
What?
I hate it.
Okay.
It's horrible.
I'm going to explain it
Agnes is the worst villain that there could possibly be. I liked it better when I thought the Scarlet Witch was evil. I liked it way better.
Here's the thing. She's still evil.
No, she's not.
She's still manipulating and controlling all of these people and preventing them from living real lives.
Yes, but none of the things...
That is inherently evil.
Well, yes and no, because all of the bad things that have happened to those people have not been her doing.
Okay,
she has not harmed anybody. Other than loss of time.
Manipulation of reality.
Yes, but she has not done anything to actually harm them.
What's up, Leah?
Agnes has.
What are you crowing about?
But giving, first of all, with really no hints at all, just, Leo.
What's up, buddy? I don't understand. Is there something back here?
I don't know what he's doing. Open that door. See if he wants to go outside. He can go out. It's locked. You gotta use both hands. You gotta pull. You gotta pull and you gotta unlock at the same time.
I can get it. God damn it. I gotta get up.
And what's worse is he's just gonna go out there and bark his shit, and then I'm gonna tell him to come inside.
Get on out there in the snowy snow.
Is it snowing still?
I think the snow stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
So
it's gonna get cold in here.
Agnes served any point greater than making bad things happen to people, but not like really truly like things that are gonna like no one's dead.
The
right?
cat's dead.
The dog's dead.
Fuck.
And I killed Sparky.
No, that was stupid.
That was dumb.
That whole montage of the evil thing of the quote unquote evil things that she's doing. The fact that there was absolutely zero lead up to it. It was just like the last 10 minutes of episode 7, they decided to just tell everybody that Agnes was the bad guy without any warning, without any sort of lead up.
I think it
didn't make any sense.
It was kind of cool to see like the coven scene at the beginning of 8, how like far back these witches like have existed in the world.
But you know what? It made me question even more why Wanda ages and Scarlet and Agnes does not, if they're both witches.
Well, Wanda hasn't aged yet.
She was a kid. It showed her as a kid.
Well, maybe when you hit a certain age, you stop aging.
I don't know. I'm just
because Agnes had to.
The whole Agnes thing raised more questions for me about Wanda, and also it didn't answer any questions for the show. Like I think it was a complete waste.
Your aging question is stupid, but
how?
Because Agnes had to age to a certain point.
You don't know that?
And she was a witch.
You don't know that?
You think she was born a fully grown human being? You dumb bitch.
Imagine.
Oh my God. She's Benjamin Button.
Yeah, but he aged. Well.
He aged in reverse.
What would you call that?
Aged in... What do you mean?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Reaged. He reaged.
All right, I'm going to close this door. It's cold,
dude. It's getting kind of chilly. If she didn't serve a purpose other than she's just trying to figure out how Wanda's doing this, like, we don't really, like, what is her intention? Like, to figure out how and why Wanda is doing this, but then what? Then she I don't know.
Well, if she's evil, then she can...
That's my biggest...
No, see, that's the one question that does make sense to me.
What she plans to do?
If she is an evil witch and she can figure out how to manipulate thousands of people at any one given time,
yeah, but
you don't think she could use that?
So what? She's trying to harness Wanda's power. That's her goal.
She's trying to learn how she does it because she doesn't understand how the Scarlet Witch works because she's also a witch.
She's trying to figure it out. I don't think she's trying to like.
You don't think she wants to try it?
Well, I'm sure she does, but that's not a clear intention throughout the whole. All you get out of her
nothing she does is clear. It wasn't even clear that she was the bad guy.
All that you get out of her is like, I just want to know. I just want to figure out how you're doing this, and then
like the only reason she's the villain is because she's curious. But like we're all curious.
She's like Curious George, but curious
like
Agnes.
like an evil Curious George.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
Let's wrap this up.
I could have warned you.
I think we covered pretty much everything.
Yeah, I'm
curious to see. I mean, I'm curious about a lot. There are so many. Also, dude, if we don't see Doctor Strange in this finale, I'm gonna shit.
Listen,
not necessarily. I'm just gonna shit.
I need to see Doctor Strange.
I do too.
In this show.
Do you know how long I have been waiting for a Sam Raimi movie? 2, for Sam Raimi to get a chance at superheroes again, and 3, for a Doctor Strange sequel.
Dude, I'm pumped.
5 years. 5 years.
And it's already...
Longer for Sam Raimi.
It's already confirmed that this show will tie into...
Directly.
To the new Doctor Strange.
And the new Spider-Man movie.
So there has to be something.
Yeah. I'm so excited to see how they connect this... with Multiverse of Madness and with No Way Home? Spider? And that's coming out in December. I didn't realize it was coming out that quick.
There's a big year for Marvel coming up.
Yeah, Black Widow, which I still don't understand why that's being made. But
honestly, I forgot that had not been released already.
Yeah.
Because me not knowing that it was even released is about the same level of interest. Like, had it actually been released, I'd still be like, has that come out yet?
Yeah.
Like, there's no difference.
Yeah. There really isn't. And, like, I get that Black Widow's, like, a very beloved character in the MCU.
Scarlett Johansson is beloved by me.
And Scarlett Johansson might be one of the...
Do you think she's an actual angel?
She could be. I wouldn't... If it came out, if they like... If a story broke that she actually was, I wouldn't... I wouldn't be like, oh my God, an angel. No, I'd be like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Checks out.
Yeah, that checks. That makes... You got it. You nailed that one, brother. But I just don't... unless they're going to introduce one of the characters that they're introducing in this film into the like next age of Avengers.
Yeah.
Then that kind of makes sense. But
do you think that we could get at the end of, or in the finale of WandaVision, do you think we could get more tie-ins to like current MCU or to the Avengers, or like more reference to previous events? Or do you think they're like ready to move on from that completely?
I don't know. I think
a lot of that is going to come in Doctor Strange.
Yes.
In Multiverse of Madness, we're going to see a lot of stuff that we've seen before.
I think we're going to see a lot of tie-ins to the greater expanded MCU, but I don't know in what way or how much I don't know. This is what I love about the show. I haven't read into it unless there's like something I see where I'm like I feel like that means something, but I don't know what it means. That's outside of that research, I've really just kind of taken this show in stride.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I love about Disney Plus is the weekly releases.
Dude, it's been awesome.
It's made WandaVision awesome. It made The Mandalorian awesome.
Before this show, I had absolutely zero interest in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
After this show, pretty excited to see what they do.
Very excited.
Like, I did not care about that.
Wait, what do you don't call him Winter Soldier? You call him Winter Betrayer? Is that what you call him?
Doesn't matter. He's a murderer. Don't want to talk about it, Gus. We will have plenty of time to talk about that.
Dude, you are so... Guess what? Tony Stark murdered people too.
It's different.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Bucky straight up murdered Tony's parents. And then not only that, no, do not speak to me about he was brainwashed. I don't care. Because then guess what?
What? You're making
Captain America goes, I think I'll take his side. Fuck Tony Stark. And he goes, listen, he has the nerve, the audacity to tell Tony Stark,
the brass,
he's my friend.
He is.
It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Bucky? Okay.
Bucky is a murderer.
All right.
Did he or did he not kill Tony Stark's parents?
Did he?
No, I need a yes or I need a no, Gus.
No.
Fuck you.
It wasn't Bucky.
Yes, it was.
Boom. Okay.
I don't want to talk about it.
Anyway, okay.
Look what you've done.
So this is the reintroduction. Dude, I'm so excited. We got this. We've got obviously WandaVision 9.
Yeah.
And then we've got The Little Things. March is going to be packed because guess what's coming in 14 days?
We got Snyder Cut. Guess what's coming in 27 days?
I don't know. What's 27 days?
Godzilla.
Dude, no. 21 days. Because it's 7 days after the Snyder Cut.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So we're going to have that. And we're going to do we're going to start doing commentary tracks.
Yeah.
For movies that we watch. Kind of a different way to experience the film if you enjoy our podcasts and want to listen to us actually sit down and watch a movie / just provide our thoughts.
We'll see what happens with Justice League. We might just roast the shit out of it.
Yeah. I mean, watch / roast depending on what we're watching. Provide insight. Dom and I are pretty knowledgeable with things sometimes.
So over the next couple weeks,
it's going to be...
This will be dropping. The Little Things will be dropping. Mm-hmm. WandaVision finale will be dropping.
Yeah.
Come here, buddy.
It's okay.
You're fine.
You're okay.
Then we'll do a original Justice League watch along.
Yep.
followed immediately by Snyder Cut review.
Yeah. So we're going to have the full audio tracks will be available on our podcast platforms. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, wherever you love to listen to your audio.
And we are Front Row Podcast there.
Yes.
Or FRP episode, whatever you want to listen to.
Capital F, capital R, capital P, episode, whatever number. Should be able to find it.
This will be 20.
Yeah.
We're on 20 on this episode.
So full audio is going to go there. And what we'll do is we'll sync you up in each episode so you can start the same time we start, because we're just going to go no pause, nothing, just straight through from start to finish. And then on the YouTube, we'll post kind of highlight clips.
Yeah.
10 to 15 minutes of what we think are the best moments of our own commentary within whatever movie we're watching. Justice League Snyder Cut might be a 30-minute one because it's a 4-hour and 2-minute long movie, but we'll
that pod,
we'll get to that one.
Don't be surprised if we take 2 hours on that pod. I don't want to
break everything down.
I don't want to, but I'm saying we could.
So, and that's the other thing. So these commentary tracks will usually, like if it's a big movie, we will have commentary and reviews. It just depends. Like some movies will just do commentary tracks. Some movies will just do reviews. Movies like Zack Snyder's Justice League, we'll probably do both.
Yeah.
But we wanted to kind of start implementing this because we think talking during a movie is fun and can be
and a way to
fun.
Get our YouTube video up, or our YouTube channel. Not everybody wants to sit here and
listen to us talk about
watch us for 30 minutes, sit at a table and just talk to each other.
Right.
They might want to watch a movie while we do it though.
This will still be on YouTube though.
Yep.
So
and YouTube, we are Front Row Seats.
Yep.
We are Front Row Seats on Facebook. I'm working on getting that changed to Front Row Media.
I think we're okay. I think we're all right.
Don't scare me like that.
That was scary, puppy.
That was crazy. Hey, at least he didn't just like walk through it.
Yeah, I mean the picture might be fucked up, but it's still standing. I'm shocked, but it's still standing.
I like that. I like what you did there. That's a good setup we got.
I mean, dude,
the people will never see either.
They'll never know what the setup is composed of, but
that's crazy.
I'll tell you what it isn't. A tripod.
Indeed. Front Row Media on Instagram.
Front_row media.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's our handle.
Right. That's right.
We'll probably get Facebook changed to Front Row Media soon. Now that we're kind of working on launching actual videos,
we'll probably do that
podcasts.
We might do that with YouTube.
Yeah, and our
we might
social media will be media of its own. So
find a more encompassing name for every platform.
Exactly. And as always, if it's your thing, you can always check us out on SoundCloud. That's where we host all of our content. So our audio's on SoundCloud.
Yep.
The whole collection.
All right, man. I think that's all for. So this is kind of a WandaVision / channel update.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, 40 minutes was WandaVision and 7 minutes was channel stuff.
Has it been that long?
I'm pumped. Yeah, we're 47 minutes deep.
I'm pumped too. We got a big month specifically, but like
March is gonna be heavy.
Looking ahead to just the rest of the movies coming out this year.
Mortal Kombat in April. That's gonna be sick. Yeah. Even like non-Warner like we're gonna start getting into we're gonna be going to theaters again soon.
Yeah,
because all these big studios are starting to drop their movies again.
Yep.
I'm excited, man.
Also, if you have an extra $15, maybe HBO Max is worth it because we're gonna be watching lots of movies on HBO Max.
Lots of HBO Max movies. For sure.
All right, dude.
All right, man. Well, we will see you guys next time, right? Soon, hopefully. Well, soon. Never know. Shit could get stolen.
You never know with us.
Again.
Hey, we might lose it again.
True. We could run this audio back and it's dog shit.
Don't say that around Leo.
I'm the only dog in this house.
I feel like
you're the only dog in this house.
Damn right.